Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
Yep. It's your boy Boss. Yeah, and today, we got us another measured Koolaid. Yeah, and it's a lot, and it's good. So yeah, we go definitely kind of go through it, because also with this measured Koolaid, I'm gonna be honest, I created some issues, just a little bit, but I'm gonna clean it up today. I'm gonna clean it up today, man, about the boogeyman that I created. So y'all sit back, man, trust me. We gonna break all this down, man, make everything crystal clear. Sit back, relax, you go enjoy this one. There's some good stuff. Be right back. Let's go. Boss Cowboy Sports, your one time.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Let's go.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights, is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win, still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop for none, month to month, still from year to year. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to bet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my D-Day. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Do it again, again, again.
All executives come in and have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
All right, man, let's go. Yeah, man, so today, I'm gonna be all the way honest. I stirred it up, boy. I ain't even tried to. I stirred it up. Yes, I did. Man, that boogeyman. Ooh-wee. I calls me a boogeyman. So let me tell y'all what happened, man. So obviously, people came into the show that we just did, and I was just explaining how, let me just kind of show it again so we on the same page. So let me show it. All right, so basically I was explaining that the West Coast is not new, right? And feet work being tied to receivers is ancient to the West Coast, right? So, you know, I've been sitting back chilling, right? Just chilling. And I've been getting call after call after call after call. And people was like, boss, man, you gonna have to explain that, bro. Are we getting ready to have a bunch of interceptions again? No, not at all. So let me kind of explain it just a little bit better so we can get rid of the boogeyman, because it been funny, man. My boy Elk called me, talked to me about it. Sky called me, talked to me about it. Big, we talked about it. Like it's a lot of people been calling about that. So let me clear it up. Let's talk about it, because it's, you know, I was basically giving everybody the other side. That's pretty much what I was doing. So let me just kind of explain it and listen real close, because this came from Mike McCarthy. And then I'm going to put this all the way together as we measure this Kool-Aid. But before we do and get into the measure Kool-Aid, you know, we got a couple of Kool-Aid topics, all right? So we going to be going through all these different topics, man. So let's get right into it. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. All right, let's go. All right, so getting right into it, kicking it off. Now listen real close, okay? Because we go break this down even slower. So just listen real quick to Mike McCarthy. He was on 105.3 The Fan. Because this stuff is technical. You really do got to break it down. Like, so here we go.
A football education from you when it comes to a point of discussion. And this week it's the option route based upon the Packer game. Can you just explain to us, Coach, as simply as you can, the complexity of option routes, why they're so difficult to...
Hold on. I do that every freaking time. Hold on, y'all give me 1 second, man. Let me fix something. Okay, I got it fixed. Let's go.
So difficult to execute.
Well, you know, it's just like anything in football. You're tying every route, in an offensive play, but you're tying every route to the quarterback's feet.
So, let me just pause real quick. So, as you can see, this is also not just for the West Coast as well. So I just want to be clear on that. That's also what Mike McCarthy is saying. So when we dealing with what Jory was talking about, just hear me out. This is something that's not just in the West Coast as well. So most offenses have the feet work tied to the routes. That's just how it's been. It's old. This is not new. This is very, very traditional football. But keep listening.
And the option route is the exception, because, you know, the quarterback is the decision.
See, that's the key part. Is he said the option route is the exception. So listen to it again.
Complexity of option routes, why they're so difficult to stop and why they're so difficult to execute.
Well, you know, it's just like anything in football. You're tying every route, in an offensive play, but you're tying every route to the quarterback's feet. And the option route is the exception, because, you know.
Yep, and the option route is the exception. So the best way, because I know a lot of people, they sometimes say, you're just a YouTuber. Shut your mouth, Negro. Who do you think you are? All right, so don't trust me. So what we go do is we go listen to an NFL quarterback that has something called a QB school. I have the full... I was just joking when I said Negro. All right, you know, so don't get sensitive. It's just a joke, okay? All right. I know people not saying that. But anyway, but listen, I'm going to show y'all this from QB school, and I have the link in the description. You have to check this out, though. But just listen real quick as he explained this from Dak Prescott versus San Francisco. So listen.
This is a tough one. So interception, 84 seconds left. At least a 3-point play here. I have a few things. To me, this is glance, wheel, jukey, or choicey.
And see, when he say choicey, he talking about option routes. Okay, I'm gonna prove that later. But that's what he's talking about when he say choicey. He's talking about option routes. All right. So just listen as he really, really breaks this down even more. Now, this is not coming from a YouTuber. This is coming from a former quarterback who actually teaches quarterback. So just listen to the details. Listen.
I think, if I'm being honest, Dak is probably a little late over the ball. Whether he thinks he's got the glance wheel to one side or the other, I want to see the ball get out. Now, it looks like he's kind of eyes are all over the place. And so when I say eyes are all over the place, watch his helmet stripe. Only his helmet stripe. Okay, it looks like he's almost looking left. Now looking right. Now back left, sort of. And Lane comes out of it. Okay, so first of all, to me, the eyes are all over the place. The next thing, and we'll see it from the wide here.
Listen.
But whatever you want to call this route, I'm most often used to calling it a juke or a choice. You come in here, you put on him.
And see, that's proof that he basically giving a terminology of an option route. And he finna show you by the diagram that CeeDee Lamb likely had two different options. But what he's doing is he's explaining it from what it looks like to him. Now listen.
Move, and usually you can go either this way or back out. Sometimes teams will only let you do one or the other. But for me here, this dude is a dude. Okay, there's no doubt about that. We got to acknowledge that. It looks like Dak is anticipating this little step back and then back this way. And I think if that's there, this is a nice hit. It looks like they're not quite on the same page. So it's almost kind of like, oh, I'm expecting you to do this, but really you come out of it this way. And now I'm a little late and everything's kind of sideways because the footwork here just feels off. And
see, this is proof of the option route throwing off Dak's feet. This is why Mike McCarthy said the option route is the exception to the rule. To where, because it's options, it's harder for your quarterback to get his feet set.
So it just feels late. Like Cross's technique right there. But if he was anticipating it going out to the left, I think it's there. You got to put it on him right there. But you can see look at Dak's feet. The hash makes it really easy. He's lined up down the middle. He's not lined up to work the choice or juke coming back out the other way.
Yeah, so you see how he had to change his feet work because CeeDee Lamb actually went out when it looked like Dak was anticipating him crossing face and coming in? And that's why a QB school is explaining how his feet work off from the option route, which he called jukey or choice. It's the same thing, just a different terminology. He's describing the option route.
He's super toesy. He's a tick late. Bad things happen. Man, that is an absolute shame. And pre-snap here, if we're going to say glance wheel up top and potentially glance wheel at the bottom, nothing about this shell. So this shell to me, if we're going to work, and I'm just going to say this with wheels on the inside here, that this option to me is middle field closed options. You catch open here, meaning safety's open like this, the ball comes here, 99% of the time.
Yeah. So basically he's saying 99% of the time, CeeDee Lamb should have crossed face and went inside. But he didn't.
Now he's just got to win and you got to be on the same page. But man, just brutal. such a bummer on so many different levels. They got a chance to take the lead there going into half. I mean, you can see the miscommunication here. Just watch just kind of I don't think it's happy feet. I just think it's wasted movement in the lower half and with his head.
What did he just say? What did he just say? Wasted movement in the lower half. And that's why this is why Mike McCarthy said that the option routes are the exception to the rule. Listen, I ran it back a little bit.
Such a bummer on so many different levels. They got a chance to take the lead there going into half. I mean, you can see the miscommunication here. Just watch just kind of I don't think it's happy feet. I just think it's wasted movement in the lower half and with his head. Left, right, Like you can almost if you can't feel the panic in my voice, you can see the panic in the lower half movements. Next one here. Now we're into the third quarter.
Yeah. So this is a quarterback, an NFL quarterback. So I know y'all like, boss, you're just a YouTuber. Shut your mouth. What? No. So going back to where I just being honest, I know I probably messed y'all up with the boogeyman. Like I really did. Especially when I start showing Diggs reading 3-step. That messed y'all up. I ain't gonna lie. That messed up a lot of people. When I was showing just the power of reading 3-step, it made it seem as if they're gonna be able to run and read 3-step on every play. So let me just kind of explain it real quick, just one more time, little bit more. All right. So the thing about plays to where you able to get a jump on a receiver, because a lot of people were saying, and people called me, and people raised questions like, well, but we got multiple receivers. Couldn't Dak just throw to somebody else? It's not about the receivers. It's about reading the quarterback to get a jump on the receiver. But this is the good news for everybody that I caused the panic with. I want y'all to hear me out. The good news is that these type of takeaways are going to only happen in about the first second. So if it's a mesh route concept or a bunch, or you running man beaters, you ain't got to worry about 3 steps. You don't. So I know I did cause a panic. I didn't mean to. What I was really doing was trying to show that and just give y'all information and measure Koolaid that basically reading quarterbacks' feet or feet work being tied to receivers' routes is just not new. So I just want to let everybody know. That's why when I made the thumbnail, I put it out there, man, that it's no boogeyman, you know, in my bag. I really didn't mean to. And hopefully I explained that okay. Like, did that make sense to y'all? Did I make that make sense? Because you really, when I'm saying that this is how you defend the West Coast, this is not going to happen on every play. Not even on every passing play. And all you doing is when you reading the quarterback feet, right, as a defender, is you trying to get an anticipation of the route that you're being attacked with. That's it. So I want to just take some time and kind of clear that up. You know what I'm saying? Just so that y'all really understand, like, as much as possible, that this West Coast is still getting ready to be fired. And this West Coast is way better than Kellen Moore's option routes. So I'm pretty sure I cleared that up. Everybody should be cool now. So now we can get to the other parts of the measure Koolaid before we start taking calls. Because we got some real good measure Koolaids that I want to talk about. Like real, like one of the, so this is one thing that I definitely want to talk about that came out yesterday when Cal Yeoman was on the final word. Now, I want y'all to really, really listen, because we gonna try to break this down even deeper and measure this Koolaid even more. So just listen, and we go kind of dig into this. Here we go.
I didn't want to get too far off the topic, but when he mentioned John Stevens, I will just say, from my perspective of, wanting to take like the best videos during camp, if Luke Schoonmaker had John Stevens' highlights, and I'm not saying that there's a ton, but there's been a few, people would be losing their mind about it, because he's made some nice grabs. And I think on our first show, I want to say you might have mentioned him. I know you guys had mentioned John Stevens, and I came into camp not really. It was kind of like, well, I kind of know who the top 4 in the depth chart at tight end. That's probably cut and dry, but I will say he's done some things over the last week and a half where I'm like, damn, kid's pretty good.
Kyle's definitely the head of the fan club. He brought my attention to it, and he's made some heck of a plays.
Talked to Linda Wells yesterday, and he kind of looked at me and goes, I told you about John Stevens. He's been on it too, and he told me about the nickname Stretch for John Stevens, and that's kind of what the tight end group has been calling him. He gave me a little nugget yesterday. He goes, I got another new nickname for you, Bull, and it's Princeton Fant as the tight end.
He's a bully up there.
He's short, he's stocky, but he's strong
physical
up there, and he's very, very physical.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody obviously interested in Schoon, right, with him starting to come back. But that really sparked me, because as I was saying before, we don't see what y'all see, and John go get us the best. He go get us the CeeDee Lambs, he go get us the Dak throw, he go get us the LVE interceptions. Listen. But it's the second and third team guys that y'all seeing. Like, are you sensing some bland potential in those tight ends?
Yeah, I could see a couple of those guys sticking out. Now it's a crowded room. I mean, Lunda in that same conversation said he would like to take 4 or 5 tight ends at some point along the way. And the fact that they've carried 4 guys before, but 5 feels like it would be a stretch.
Yeah,
you've got 2 guys automatically: Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker as draft picks. They're going to make the team. They're going to be around. But then after that, you have Peyton Hendershot, who you think is a lock to make it. And then you've got John Stevens, Sean McEwen, Seth Green, and Princeton Fant as those other guys that can step up. So, man, I kid you not, I was warned about John Stevens. I liked what I saw on tape. He's a big-bodied guy. He's a converted receiver. He can push the field a little bit. They call him stretch because he's got a 6'6" frame, but also because he can stretch the field. Like there's a double meaning behind that one as well. So I was really looking forward to seeing John Stevens when the Pats came on, and he's not disappointed. I would say right now he's been the second most impressive tight end of the bunch.
Did y'all hear that? Did you see? I was like, what? Wait.
He's been the second most impressive tight end of the bunch, going all the way through camp. Whoa. If not, I mean, he's knocking on the door of being the most impressive tight end of the bunch through training camp so far. But I think Ferguson leads the pack. Then it's been Stevens. Hendershot's up there too. He's had a great camp so far.
Man, listen to that.
And then they really like some of the younger guys and what they've shown there too.
Say, man.
He mentioned, I didn't want to get too far off the topic, but when he mentioned John Stevens, I will just say, from my perspective of, wanting to take like the best videos during camp, if Luke Schoonmaker had John Stevens' highlights, and I'm not saying that there's a ton, but there's been a few, people would be losing their mind about it, because he's made some nice grabs. And I
see, listen at that, man. Let me hit some music. So listen, I knew this was coming. I did. I knew this was coming. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all something. I wrote a book. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something in the book that I wrote. This was my first book. So, in 2020, I wrote the Boss Cowboy Guide, right? So, and that's where I basically look at needs for the Dallas Cowboys and potential draft picks, as well as free agents that fit us. All right. So from 2020, I'm gonna show y'all what I wrote. Okay. So this is in the book. I'm in the book right now. So this is the section on Mike McCarthy. And I said Mike McCarthy has already expressed that the Dallas Cowboys will be more of the West Coast system. So now we know that he just now getting his opportunity to run his offense. Just think about that. So he came out in 2020. Obviously, I wrote it in the book, so I heard him obviously talk about it, right? That his desire of what he's doing now, clearly he wanted to do then, but he's finally getting his chance to do it now. And I got the receipt right here. This is the receipt. This is his historical receipt. Basically, that Mike McCarthy was, can I just say it, Frank? He was cheated. He has not been done right. And he still, sadly, could be fired, even though Kellen Moore wasted 2 of his years not installing his offense. But let's keep going. I said that knowledge alone makes it evident that the philosophy of the Dallas Cowboys is officially changed. Dallas is no longer a run-first team under the leadership of Mike McCarthy. Knowing Dallas will likely be a throw-first team, what kind of personnel clues can the Cowboys get from McCarthy's hire? Because this is when we just hired him. So I was writing a book on his background and all this kind of stuff. I said one hint for sure. One hit for sure is McCarthy sees value in receiver size as an advantage to his quarterbacks. Before the McCarthy engaged in Green Bay in 2016, Green Bay's receivers were medium-sized receivers that specialized in route separation. So then right here on the side, you can see where I broke down the receivers and their size in the book, right? But you can see a progression over time, okay? If you look at this close, right? If you look at Donald Driver, his first weapon, 6 foot, right? Greg Jennings, his second weapon, 6 foot. James Jones, 6'1". Then they begin to go after size some, where they got Jordy Nelson, we call him White Lightning, 6'3", okay? Jermichael Finley, 6'4", 240. Randall Cobb, they went backwards. They went to 5'10", and then Devontae Adams was 6'1". For the most part, from here on, you can see that Mike McCarthy began to target in his offseason bigger targets for the most part. So Richard Rodgers was an athletic tight end. Okay. Ty, he was on the shorter side. But then Marquez Valdez, 6'4". Jake, 6'4". Lentz, 6'3", tight end. Okay. Geronimo Allison, 6'3". Jared Cook, 6'5", athletic. St. Brown, 6'5". Alan Lazard, 6'5". Jimmy Graham, 6'7". Y'all see where I'm going? You see where I'm going? So check this out. That's why I said I knew we was going here. I knew it. I said if you look at McCarthy's history, you can see that he began later in his career to prioritize athletic, taller weapons. So, and I wrote this in 2000. This is not 2021 or 22 or 23. I wrote this in 2000. And see, look at the last thing I said. I said the change in receiver and tight end are apparent as the McCarthy time with Green Bay advanced. McCarthy went from the Dallas Cowboys' current medium-sized receivers and changed into bigger receiving targets. So, I also had a chance to interview, luckily, Jermichael Finley. The only reason I have not dropped it yet on my channel is because I still want to do a response video to it. Because I'm going to tell y'all, out of all the people we interviewed that week, we interviewed Mozzie, Sam Williams, Rico, McFadden, Malik Hooker, all of them. I'm telling you right now, the guy that gave the most sauce on Mike McCarthy by far, who gave up the secret sauce, was Jermichael Finley. So I haven't posted it yet. I will, because I've been saving it because it was so juicy. I'm like, I'ma just do a response video. I ain't gonna just show it. I'ma break down all the nuggets he laid out. But this is the point. When we talking about John Stevens, this is why I knew the Dallas Cowboys was gonna target and find some way athletic tight ends. Yeah. So I'm not shocked at all. Now, will he make the roster? It depends on how he play Saturday. And then it depends on how he play after that. But did y'all notice that Cal Yeomans talked about how he got nuggets from Wales? Ooh, see, you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. Sound the alarm. Ooh, wait. So the word sponsor is a real thing. The first time I heard the word sponsor, it came from Brian Brothers. Shout out to Brian Brothers. Like, for real. Brian Brothers is definitely a treasure to the Dallas Cowboys community. The first time I heard that word was Brian Brothers. And a sponsor is somebody that's basically your internal cheerleader. What does it say when Cal Yeoman comes on the final word and explains to us that Wells is hyping up two athletic tight ends, Stretch and Bull? To me, my boy say, boss the Tomb Raider. Hey. Hey, look, I'll be a Tomb Raider, bro. Am I raiding the tomb? Yeah, hey, listen, bro. I take measure this. That's my boy, man. Big Santana, man. Big Santana. That boy say, you a Tomb Raider. Hey, bro. I be searching for them clues, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's my thing. Listen, if you on this channel, that's what you know that I do. That y'all should know this is what I do. This is Big. I was talking to Big. He said, bro, I think you got a gift at it. You know, I appreciated that too greatly, especially coming from Big. I do think it's a gift. I do. I think it's a gift. I think it's also Tyrone Church in the building. What's up, man? Shout out to my boy Tyrone. But yeah, but keeping it real, bro, this is sponsorship, bro. I'm just being honest with you. Like, this is for real. Now, like, listen to what John Machota said. And I also, hold on real quick. Keep in mind, also, I put John Machota, his link is in the description. I just want to make that known. I have his Twitter link in the description. He is a necessary file. But just think about what he said. He said, if the highlights that I have on John Stevens would have been on Scoon, the nation would be going crazy. And then Cal echoed it. Now listen, and this is the thing. They been out there every day. I keep seeing the same comment, so I gotta address it. Ooh, y'all so wild. I love y'all though. Y'all my family, cause y'all keep it real. Y'all keep it real. My boy say, boss. This is my boy Blackwell. He said, boss. Sounds like to me we wasted our second round pick. I'm not quite ready to say that yet, but it looks like because see Blackwell, this is my boy. Blackwell, me and him talk today. Like Blackwell calls me and we just every now and then we just be talking Bob. Me and Black was talking today. But Black, I never forgot what you told me when Schoon was drafted. My boy Blackwell said, boss, he called me, he was laughing. He said, boss, what we doing? We drafted an old hurt guy? And I was like, yeah. Yeah. See, but this is why I'm not gonna shoot the pick down. Because see, I'm gonna be honest, I shot down Schultz. Listen, I shot Schultz to hell. I shot Schultz to hell. Ooh. When we draft, boy, I showed no mercy on Schultz. None. But guess what? I was wrong. It just took a little while for Schultz to develop. So all of these picks, we got to give him the 3-year rule. Every one of them. Schoonmaker too. We got to give him the 3-year rule. Because the thing that he has the rawness. The measurables are there. They're there. But I'm going to tell y'all what's not there that people been lying on. His routes. His routes is not there, y'all. See, because listen, I used to study these dudes before I faced them. I know what I'm looking at. I know when I see danger in a route runner, and it's not there. It's not there. Now, does that mean it won't get there? No, he could get there because he got the raw tools. But I would be lying if I said I see it from the tape. I would be lying. So the expectations for Schoon need to go way down. It really does. It like just everybody just let's take our expectations down. Let's take it down. You know, most of the people I know that rock on this channel already probably was already like, and I'm just, and you right. I still see my boy James Ruff said, boss, we needed a lineman at 58. That's what it looked like. And I'm gonna be honest with you. With Zach Martin holding out, we needed to get a guard. We needed to get a guard. So, but I just really want to break this John Stevens things down. And see, y'all should be able to see that this is real, bro. When I'm able to go to a book that I wrote in 2000 and show you the timeline of Mike McCarthy's offensive weapons. And I started from 2006. Look, 2006, 2007, 2008. I went line by line looking at Mike McCarthy's patterns of acquisitions of his weapons. That's why I was telling everybody, man, Mike goes after athletic tight ends. And to me, I'm just being honest with you, that's why we seeing London Wells having nicknames for his most athletic, stretch the field tight ends. So listen, y'all, I'm going to do a response video because I'm telling y'all, Jermichael Finley, the interview we had with him is perfect timing for me to talk about it. I'm gonna likely do it tomorrow because it's gonna start tying together why people like John Stevens was a target, why they got nicknames for him, and why he might do his thing, because he fit at least the athletic mode. Hold on real quick. Oh, whoa. This is not right. Hold on real quick. Wait. Whoa. So we have 268 people and only 107 likes? Whoa. And I see y'all super chats. I'm stacking them. I'm letting y'all know. I'm stacking them. And we have a super chat segment now. So I don't want y'all to think we not gonna address y'all super chats. We definitely go address your super chats. So y'all just hang back. I'm definitely gonna get to them super chats, but I'm getting through the measurements of this Kool-Aid first, right? Because this is the most important thing that I do, is I try to be very accurate and factual as much as possible. Yeah, my boy Curtis say that's what I said, boss. Yeah, like Cowboy Nation is very educated. Like it's not too much that's gonna get by us. You know what I mean, Curtis? It's not too much that's gonna get by us. But 123 likes? Hold on, bro. We gotta take us a like break, bro. This is crazy. Come on now. I mean, we giving you the sauce. We talking about reading 3-step and breaking down all kind of defensive concepts in the West Coast and showing you clips from the QB school and matching that with Mike McCarthy's interview. Bro, we put in some work over here. Like, to only have 142 likes with this many people in the building, bro, that is disgusting, bro. I mean, can I just be honest? That's disgusting. It's no way we got lurkers like that. It is no way we got that many people lurking. So listen, I'm just gonna assume that a lot of people walked up in here and just forgot to hit that like. Let's hit that like, man. Come on now. Cause who else? And I'm not saying other people not good, but come on now. Y'all know y'all getting some good content over here, man. Come on now. Y'all already know. Don't make me fuss at you. All right, so real quick, just kind of going through this Kool-Aid. It was something else that I got from Cal Yeoman, right? Just as we measuring this Kool-Aid, right? Let me pull it up real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. My boy say, Boss Cowboy Sports is the South Dallas suit sale. Salute, big bro, man. Man, you boys. Man, y'all be coming up with the flyest stuff. That's my boy Marcus, man. Y'all give me a second. Let me pull up something real quick, because I want to break down something that came out also from Cal yesterday. Give me 1 second. All right. Well, okay. So I see I don't have that clip. I actually don't have the clip. All right, here we go. So I don't need the clip to talk about it. I see the lights going up. Hold on real quick, man. Wait, bro. It's now at 146 with 271. What? I'm gonna just keep going. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's cool. But one of the things also when we talking about measuring this Kool-Aid, all right, before we get on the phones, because we go freestyle today. one of the big things that also Kyle Yeoman talked about yesterday, because I'm just pulling out the nuggets, because he laid out some good nuggets. I'm laying out the training camp nuggets and some good nuggets, okay, in my opinion. One of the things to not sleep on is what he was talking about with the two kings. Because I was being fair and honest. Like, I call Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn two kings. That's what I do. Okay, that's really how I see them. I feel like we really do have two head coaches. But let's be honest. And I said this yesterday on the Final Word. I said there's some wee-woo going on. It is some major wee-woo.
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
Yeah, it's some wee-woo going on. Yeah, it's some wee-woo. See, because I was, I listen to a lot of different content. I listen to a lot of different people. All of us do that. All of us are junkies for the Cowboys content, right? And I start seeing people like let me first finish what I was saying. I start seeing people like, oh, this person is losing, this person is winning. And I was like, hold on, we making some major assessments based on clips. And that's why I said in the offseason, when we looking at draft candidates, none of us respect people that just watch highlights. So, like, let's say if I'm talking to somebody and they telling me about a prospect. They telling me about DJ Moore. And they say, man, that boy DJ Moore is a dog. I watched his highlight. Anybody that's for real about watching film go automatically. They go automatically give you the side eye. When you say that, I watched this highlight. You be like, nah, bro, you gotta, when you watch a film, you can't just watch highlights, bro. You gotta watch games. You can't do that, bro. That's too big of a shortcut, bro. Like, you can get a sense from a highlight, but that's not the appropriate way to really get a real feel for a player. But that's what we doing with these training camp clips. And we are. So, yeah, we doing that. And I start peeping, and I'm like, it's some skimming going on. It's some skimming. We're a little bit so thirsty to kind of get content out and stuff like that we starting to embellish. We starting to kind of take the clips and then make the clips the whole practice. And it's like, nah. Like, what did John say? John say, shit, I got film of John Stevens making plays that y'all would go crazy if you saw on Schoon. Nobody knew that, though. Why? Because he didn't post it. He didn't post it. Now, he saw it with his eyes. John Machota, Cal Yeomans, they saw it and they seen it. But sometimes they not reporting it. Just being honest. They not reporting everything. They can't show all the clips. They can't show all the highlights. They not gonna do that. But I start knowing there's a lot of assessments on clips. So when I went out there and I asked, I said, Cal, what's really going on with the Battle of the Kings? Because it looks like from the clips, it looked like Mike McCarthy is winning. And Cal Yeoman looked me dead in my eyes and was like, no, sir. And then he quantified it. Yeah, my boy say good night, new media. First day of first grade tomorrow. Yeah, man, get some sleep. Y'all check out the video tomorrow, big dog. Hey, yeah, I had to do some stuff with my kids today too, bro. I had to walk them through their school, get them used to it. So shout out to all the people out there that's hanging out, listening to this content, but know they got to take their kids to school and all of that. I really appreciate y'all and y'all dedication and just the support, man. Much love to all the people that got school coming up. But isn't that funny? Like when you look at the clips say bums away. It looked like Dak and them winning. And then you go talk to people who been out there every day, who watched every snap of every practice, and they say, actually, no. Actually, no. And then he said, Quinn, if I did it by today, it's about 6-3. Ooh. 6-3? Damn. 6-3? Dan Quinn, King Dan, you winning like that? Yeah. According to his eyes, you know. I'm not out there to say it myself, but a 6-3 gap, that's a pretty big gap. Why is that Koolaid important? That Koolaid is important to know. It's very important to know because it gives you a feel of who the leader of the team is. And I'm not talking about out the coaches. I'm talking about out the squads, right? Because the clips look like the offense is getting ready to take off even more. Oh man, yeah, my girl Lisa say today was the kiddos' first day, been working for 2 weeks now. I know, man, this back to school stuff be annoying. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I was visiting them teachers. I was like, hey, how you doing? You know, I'm like, man, I can't wait to get up out of here. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go there, but anyway, man, like, damn, they going back to school. Anyway. But just going like back to what I was saying, that's important because that confirms, you know, as we measure this Koolaid, that this is definitely a defensive team. As much as we seeing the vertical and the bombs, yeah, and my boy Matt said that's true. The defense is doing their job. Yeah, Matt. Yeah. And see, Matt, isn't that funny though? Does the clip say that? No. You know what I mean? It's just so funny. It is just so funny. So hold on real quick, man. Let me take some of these super chats real quick, and then we go take some calls. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's get it. Let's get these super chats going. Now that I'm finna go through these super chats, I'm gonna tell y'all I won't be able to see any new super chats until I'm done with this segment, and then we go take some calls after this Measure Koolaid report. So my first super chat came from my boy Common, and he said, "Hit the like button for Perry Boss Cowboy Mason." Man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the love coming, bro. That's real. That boy say Perry Mason. Yeah, man, we gonna give y'all that over here. That's what we do. And then the other super chat, he said, "Hey, boss, if you need any sort of tech help, whether computer, IT, music, or graphics, I got you, bro. Love you, hey, bro. Jimmy, I need help, bro. I swear to everything, bro. Man, rebuilding this stuff is mind-numbing, bro. So I'm gonna take you up on that. All right, so Jimmy, hit your boy up on Twitter, get the DM, and I pay, boss. You ain't gonna do nothing for me for free. All right, so if you help me with my tech, I'm putting dollars in your pocket. All right, game is to be told, not sold, bro, or sold, not told. I got that backwards. Yeah, so I got you. And I'm gonna take you up on that because I do need some tech help, and I got some upgrades that I need some help with. And then the last super chat came in from Lisa. She just showed $10 on the love. All right, so we back on the business, man. We sure appreciate it greatly, man. All the super chats that came in. All right, so now I can see y'all super chats if y'all seeing some more. So let's take some calls, man. Let's take some calls. We go open up the phone line after this measured Kool-Aid that I broke down. So here we go. Y'all give me a second to set it up. Y'all give me 1 second. Then we go take these calls. Oh, y'all already calling in, man. Let me go and hit the button because y'all already started calling. Let's go. Hold on real quick, man. Let's go. Oh, man.
When are you coming home?
Y'all give your boy a second.
I miss you.
All right. Boss Cowboy Sports. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Oh.
Yo.
What up, dog? It's your boy DP John.
Man, well, let's talk, DP. What's up with it, big dog? Good to hear from you.
When are you coming home?
Oh, man, good to hear from you always, bro. It's my first chance. I got a chance to talk to Cowboys Nation on anybody's show since it happened. So let me first start out by throwing love at my boy Law Nation.
Yes, sir.
That's a hard track that we all eventually got to walk down, you know what I mean? So I just want to praise my man's efforts and show him love and support because he do a lot for all of us to keep us all uplifted all the time.
Yes.
Yes, I was a little upset you the other night. You said you left your phone in the car, bro, because I really wanted to call in and get on with that West Coast offense. But, bro, I'm really excited about a lot of stuff I'm hearing this week.
Okay. What you got?
Like, I know it caught a few people off guard. They said I was super excited that Rico is as high on the running back list as he is right now. I think a lot of people forget the promise he showed a couple of years ago before injury slowed that boy's career down, man. But Rico, him and Malik, I honestly can see John Stephen John trying to make that his backfield going forward. So I think it's at least promising that the young man is showing up. But to the thing I really wanted to get on with the West Coast offense, you were talking a lot about Dak's feet.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been calling you for about 2 years talking about it made no sense that Dak got to the top of his drop and started dancing. Like, it makes no sense. Well, I don't care what kind of offense you're running. When the quarterback finishes his drop, at least that prime matter should be great. You know? And like one of the things that Jaden told us, you know, they said they got fixed. That's what the difference is in the offense. They got fixed. That's big on the receiver, bro. When you come off the line, you shouldn't have to think past, you know what I mean, your split and the man in front of you.
Right. You shouldn't have to do that.
When you run an option route to the point that as a receiver, your head has to be on the swivel, your eyes is darting all around. Like, man, I'm from Alabama, so you can't run no route like that.
Yeah, and you can't play no quarterback like that. Right. Yeah. And see, DP, that's what was crazy. That's why I say we should win the Super Bowl. The fact that we went 12-5 with that,
I need people to understand. Dak has been dropping back, playing a guessing game. He's reading the defense and trying to decide which one of these receivers do I trust to be in the right spot.
Yep.
And he's going back-to-back 12. He's putting up 4,000-yard seasons consistently. You know, the boy top 10 in most quarterback stats across the board for his career. And he's in an offense that makes no schematic sense.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, he's got an all-pro receiver with a true professional to help guide him. in the receiving room. You got a dude with a chip on his shoulder because everybody acting like he all washed up. And you got a bunch of young, hungry dudes trying to make a name for themselves. I like them kind of odds, bro.
I love those odds. I love them.
I like them kind of odds, bro. Like Dak is quietly getting through the summertime. Now, I mean, like, yeah, they hating on him, still talking interceptions and whatnot, but what new have they said about that? They ain't got nothing new to say about that. All they gonna do is keep on running the same tired narrative until Dak show up and they look stupid.
Yeah, and they go change to something else.
And they gonna be fighting with Swing on ESPN talking about I don't know what to say. You know,
right?
It's funny to me.
Yeah, it's
funny to me. Shady McCoy made a fool of himself. My brother's an Eagles fan. I can't stand Shady McCoy. How you gonna show up and tell everybody that a man who ain't there look real good?
Man,
like he don't care at all about people believing in what he got to say, dude.
Oh hell no!
You shake pictures, you show yourself, yeah, I'm at Cowboys camp. You tell everybody our running back looks good when he at home with the wife and kids.
Right.
Like, what sense does that make? Know what I mean? So nothing Shady ever says about this team will ever matter to me. I just hope the rest of Cowboys Nation can join that sentiment like that dude's a clown. He doesn't need not even more time. Wow, boss, you let me get to a whole list of stuff I want to say.
Man, take your time, man. I ain't rushing you. Your name DP.
Check it out.
Yeah, take your time, bro. I ain't rushing.
I'm real happy with Stephen Jones. I haven't called him baby nuts in a couple of weeks, and I have made sure I was gonna make that promise, and I stuck to.
Yeah, Stephen been doing his thing. Yeah, we do.
Zach in here, like if you just really want to play hardball with Zach, do the best thing for the team. Go get Dalton Risner.
Yeah.
Man, 28 years old, he's sitting at home. Go get him. You know what I mean? 5-year starter. Got to be better than all these backups we got. Go get him. You know what I mean? Got to put pressure on Zach to come to work.
You got a point.
Because quite honestly, bro, like, I believe in Tony. You know what I mean? Malik showed me something last year. Rico showed me before he got hurt. He got a little gas, and I like that little dude. I think Linda Wells is one of the best position coaches in the NFC that nobody talks about.
Yes, yes, he is.
I can tell you right now, he has made household names out of 3 tight ends nobody knew about before they put a star on him. Didn't nobody know who Jordan was, didn't nobody know who Dalton Schultz was, didn't nobody know who Ferguson was, or Hendershot. They were just guys and that was in the draft class. You know what I mean? But when they got here and Linda got his hands on him, all of a sudden it became playmaker.
Yeah, he's definitely a dog maker. I call him a dog maker. You know, he's a dog breeder. Can we call him the dog breeder? Like if you're not a dog, by the time you miss it with Coach Wells, you will be when he done with you.
Bro, that young dude that knew the false stretch.
Yeah.
You know why that dude got me so excited? Cause what I think about with him, I think that like we got good tight ends in terms of the good blockers, good route runners, they good overall athletes, but none of our guys really stretch the field like that. You know what I mean? It was this dude that got converted from wide receiver for the Broncos a while back. You know what I mean? Everybody calls him Uncle Show. Like, I think that kid got a shot, bro. I think that kid got a shot. I mean, his game film, he doesn't have a lot of stats from college, like big time stats, but his film, if you actually watch the plays he made, he's going that corner. You put him at tight end, he's going to be looking at linebackers and safeties, bro. That dude got a chance, bro. 6'5", down the field. Come on, now.
And see, I've been hearing people kind of talk about his blocking. Check this out, DP. I forgot to read something that's in my book. Let me read this real quick. I wrote this too.
Go ahead.
I said it's also undeniable that McCarthy favors athletic tight ends over the traditional well-rounded tight end targets under the Jason Garrett era, right?
Yeah.
McCarthy wants vertical threats over blockers with average route running abilities. Jimmy Graham couldn't block out of a wet paper bag. But yet, under McCarthy, Green Bay signed him to a 3-year contract while late into his career. Yeah.
Yeah.
The pattern is real. It's real. Yeah, and I wrote that in 2020.
Yeah, he's always like having tight ends. The Michael Stanley, all them. You know what I mean? The dude is a tight end is a quarterback best man. And if you have a big body tight end who can stretch the field, that means I have a big target right in front of me that I can get the ball to. Like McCarthy does that. You know what I mean? And I'm not mad at him for it.
Yeah. Nah, man, as you know, and shout out though, like you said though, like this year, people should give Stephen Jones more credit this year. Maybe not in the past, but this year he been pretty solid, like real solid.
Whoever they hire, that's helping write those contracts, bro. Like negotiation is one thing, but structure is another.
Yeah.
Like we have been doling our contracts this year that's fair to the players, good for the team. Now, and there's no real reason to argue on either side.
Right.
Like,
none.
That to me, when you compare that to going a decade where every time you decided to keep a player, you felt like you had to break the bank or you had to just highway rob on. This does a lot better to being able to keep your team together and build on something.
Facts, man.
You know,
but DP,
I think that, right? What's up?
Let me take some more calls. Yeah. Let me take some more calls.
Yes, sir. Hey, sky's the limit, Cowboys family. Y'all be good out there.
Let's get it. Good call, DP. As always, appreciate it. That was DP. Boss Cowboy Sports.
What's going on, boss? How you doing, man?
What's up, coach?
Hey, man, you brought an interesting point about the defense dominating. I mean, I remember some Cowboys back in the 90s. People don't like to say this, right? But the defense, the Triplets had problems with our defense. With the Charles Hill, with West, and the Castillas, and all they had problems, which made the game so much easier when they played against other teams because they had problems with our defense. There was, even with our great offensive line, they had problems with our defense because we had a great deep defensive line. People forget about Jimmy Jones and Russell Maryland, Castillas and Leon Wilson and Haley and Tony Tolbert. They gave our offensive line. That's what made our offensive line what they are because they played against one of the best defensive lines in football every day. So that's only going to make these young guys better. It's only going to make the defense more. I mean, the offense more sharper. I was watching, and it was highlights, but I watched the other practice the other day, and they were really practicing the running game. And I even got a chance to see, Michael Parsons getting in with one of the younger offensive linemen. They're building a physical presence on this team. One thing I like when we had players like, we had some bumps and bruises lately, right? With some players getting a little bumped up and bruised up. That's okay for me in training camp. That means that's something I haven't seen in a long time in our training camp where we had some guys get nicked up. But you're seeing guys not stay on the sideline too long because the competition is so deep at every position of making this football team. And you can't rest too long because you get behind the 8-ball easily. So I just think that season games are going to show a lot, so we're going to get some real tape on some of these younger guys to see how good they are. If Stevens, I think Stevens, if you don't see him play a lot in the preseason or get a lot of reps in the preseason, that's going to be alarm. That means they're trying to stash him.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some guys, and you know something? You brought up an interesting point about some of the guys they're not reporting on, or something they may not report on. Listen, man, these people know the Cowboys organization, and they're loyal reporters, right? But there's some people that they're trying to keep in their mouth closed on, because it's a real tricky process when you get down to try to get this 53-man roster. And you want to be able to maybe stash some guys just to the practice squad and then bring them up from the practice squad during the year where they can help you. But you don't want to push them out there too much, because you may have to get them through waivers, and you might want to get them through waivers so you can get them on your practice squad. So, and that's how it goes in on your back end, your roster. But the Cowboys are always in the development, and I think that's where you're going to build a good team, because you're going to have to develop guys into football players, and I think they're doing a good job, and I think the competition is really heating up on this team, because this team is a B team with talented guys.
Yeah.
So,
and shout out to the Dallas Cowboys, like, just because I should have noticed this a long time ago, but I really began to notice it even more, especially looking at them RAS scores. I started noticing the pattern that the Dallas Cowboys for years has been basically getting players based on athletic traits and then trusting their coaching staff to get them up to speed. And it's been working. It's been working, to your point, with the young guys and getting those guys going. Their formula of team building and acquiring talent, I would say, is the best in the league.
And you know something else, boss? And I think we need to take this into account when we talk about the Dallas, when we talk about their drafting. If you look at the last 3 or 4 drafts, Dallas likes to draft. They may get maybe that first round pick might be a guy that might be just turned 20 years old, but a lot of the Cowboys picks are like 23, 24. A lot of the Cowboys picks are guys that have come through the mud, that have transferred, that have come through, have played on, that have went to junior college. Guys that are experienced, guys that they know have worked and improved in their careers.
Yeah.
They like those kinds of guys, and they get their eyes on them. I had to do some work, because I've been really watching the receiver, the 7th round draft pick, and I had to, he's from South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go back and ask some of the guys around in the close to the South Carolina over the team, because I said he didn't do too much last year. They were telling me that the kid was a guy that came from a transfer from a smaller school and came to the SEC for the Gamecock, and he had outstanding numbers, and I forgot what school, but so he had outstanding numbers coming out of a smaller school. And I really think that the Cowboys been looking at this guy before he even transferred to the Gamecock.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because there's no way to look at his South Carolina production and be like, I knew he was going to.
He transferred, and you know something, when a kid can go from a lower program into an SEC program,
yeah,
right, and that means he had some talent. So he has always had some talent in another place, and he has been a guy that has worked his way up. And you look at all these draft picks for the guy that guys said, all these guys are a little older. A lot of these guys went to junior college and got onto the team, and they have shown a progression of getting better and getting to the point where they're getting an opportunity to either be on the team by draft or undrafted free agents. So those guys either pick up faster, and they know how to come through the mud.
Yeah,
they know how to come and get better, and then they know how to. They have shown the ability to adjust to faster talent and get acclimated fast and become up to speed.
Yeah. So are you seeing? Yeah. So how many older guys? Because I know we got Schoon, Who else older that we acquired?
I was in the junior college before he got to before he got to college.
Who?
He went to junior college before he got to college. Who? He was going to transfer out the 7th round draft pick. I think for Hoko is not. I think he had one stop before he went to San Diego State.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up the ages, Coach, because I see the case you making. I just gotta measure it. That's all. I see what you're saying though. Like from a theory standpoint, it's like you kind of getting more bang for your buck when you getting with the older guys, if they kind of fit that criteria. But I just need to double check that. But that's a good theory.
Right.
What else you got, Coach?
So I just think that these preseason games are important for the intensity of building that back end of that roster. I still see a trade coming. There is going to be a trade. The Cowboys are going to try to. There is going to be a trade either with one of the defensive linemen. It's only smart that you're not going to be able to keep all your defensive linemen, and you don't. None of them you let go going to get through waivers. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, you thinking
so?
Armstrong.
You got these are three, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Armstrong, Gallimore, there's two. Armstrong and Gallimore are on the block here because both of those team players on the last year of the contract.
Yeah,
they have Armstrong got a little bit more trade value because he had 8.5 sacks.
Right.
I'm not saying Armstrong, but you got so much depth in there.
I would guess Armstrong. Based on what you said, I would guess him.
Right. Because Cowboys gonna keep their draft pick.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So when you draft two guys, right? They drafted two defensive linemen. They lost one to Carlos Watson, so okay, fine. That's one. So they got another defensive lineman. So that means this is one more that got to get off the boat because they carried a lot of defense, and that's the same amount they carried last year. So somebody got to get off the boat. And the last thing I want to say, special teams is going to be very important. I hope the highlights that I'm seeing about Kellen Joseph is not what I'm really seeing, but
Coach, I'm gonna just be honest with you. See, because those are highlights. You know what I mean? Or low lights in his case. It's low lights in his case. Because see, Tuck was out there a whole week, and it was narratives that was trying to be built based on clips. And Tuck came on and he was like, "Nah, bro, Joseph is not having a bad camp." And Tuck would say it. Like he would say, he said, "Like, bro, I've been out there every day. He's not having a bad camp." Now you might see from a clip, like a one-on-one, yeah, he got beat on one-on-one, or he got beat on 7-7. But you know, if you got beat once, but you made 3 plays, and they only show you get beat once, then everybody go think you getting beat all the time. So I'm honestly sick of these clips. I want to see this preseason on Saturday. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to see that.
I think Jordan Lewis is the key to Kellen Joseph being on this team. If Jordan Lewis come back next week, well, they think he'll be back next week, and he looks well and he looks good, then that muddies the room in the slot position where they're trying to play Kellen Joseph at, because of the fact you got Jordan Lewis and then you got a hybrid guy in Ukamo who can play cornerback as well. So that's why I'm saying if they're gonna keep Kellen Joseph, Jordan Lewis might be a good trading piece too, because they're trying to stop out some draft picks or whatever. But some veteran on this team is going to be traded because you can't keep everybody, and some of these veteran guys you ain't gonna be able to get through a waiver wire and be able to put them on practice squad. But we'll do an evaluation after.
And I'm gonna be honest, and I like Jordan Lewis. Unless those trainers, now them trainers been killing it. Them trainers, in the medical team. But so like one of my friends, he an NFL trainer, right? He trained them dudes. He trained Jordan Lewis too, right? Before.
Right.
And I noticed from when I was in college, the first time I met Coach Henderson, who ended up coaching for the Buffalo Bills, he told me, he said, and he told all of us, he said, if you not jump roping 10 minutes a day, you gonna lose your twitch and you won't make it to the NFL. And if you do make it to the NFL, you won't stay. He said, you gotta have that twitch and you gotta work on that twitch every day. He said, you gotta be doing something, ladder or jump rope, 10 minutes every day. Every day. He said, it's like eating breakfast or lunch, you gotta do it. My point is this: when you trying to play corner coming off that injury that he had, and you really haven't been able to work on that twitch, I'm gonna be shocked if he just come back and he got like great reflexes to play that position, because that's something that you gotta kind of keep. You gotta kind of keep that, you know, you gotta keep that geared up, revved up like a car. You can't just start it. It's like trying to start a car in the cold. It's not gonna run right. You gotta let that car run. That's how you gotta work on your twitch. So,
right.
I would just be shocked, Coach. I'm just being honest. I said all that to say, bubble.
You know why, boss? I don't think people understand. Liz Frank is sometimes worse than knee injury. Liz Frank ends career. So that's what he's coming off of a Liz Frank. That's why it's taking him so long to come back. You don't have guys come back from, they got hurt after Jordan Lewis from knee injuries that been back, and he's still on trying to get revved up, and he had his surgery well in the season, but that is a very serious injury, and you're so right about having his twitch coming back from that injury, because there's not a lot of people that has come back from that injury and been the same.
Yeah.
So,
but Coach, let me take some more calls, man. I appreciate you always. You kill it.
All right, boss. Good job, man.
Thank you. That was Coach Marv, always blessing us with that sauce, and we gonna be doing a watch party on Saturday. What's up, Coach?
What's up, boss? How you doing, sir?
Oh man, I'm chilling.
All right. I love what Coach Marv was talking about, but I just wanted to say that Jordan Lewis, he's not going to be on this team at the training camp. Let me tell you why. Okay. If you remember last year, the NFL got this rule: if you cut a veteran, you can sign them, to a practice squad. So I think you talked about this. If you cut Jordan Lewis, how much money do you save, boss? $5 million. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. So you and Coach Marv was speaking right on his injury. He's not going to be ready. So why not cut him, save the $5 million, bring him back to his practice squad? Why? No one's going to pick him up. Why? Because if you pick him up on waivers, you have to pay him his full $7.5 million. And teams are not going to do that. Right. So if you remember last year, the Cowboys were able to cut vets and save about $4 to $5 million and bring the vets they wanted to keep back onto the practice squad. And so if you think about that, and the Cowboys did, and that's kind of what they did to keep some of the younger guys. And so they're gonna do the same thing this year. So Neville Gallimore, I think you said $2 million. We cut him.
I don't know.
Somewhere around there. But if you cut Neville Gallimore and you cut Jordan Lewis, you're gonna save between $6 and $7 million. Both those guys are, because of the rule, to be brought back onto the practice squad.
Right.
The reason why I say Neville Gallimore, it bothered me with Neville Gallimore. I know it was a clip, but he got put on his butt nasty by Bass. I mean, it was a swivel block, nasty. I mean, his head hit the ground before his shoulder, boss.
Oh,
that means you been defeated.
Oh,
so I'm not sure if I can find it. I'll send it to you.
Please send it to me.
I mean, Gallimore, yes. And so that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Number two, the reason why we need Zach Martin is because of this. The teams that we're trying to beat to go to Super Bowl or even to win our division have really good defensive tackles.
Yeah.
And our right side guards, no matter who it is, they're having problems with Bohanna, they're having problems with Hankins, and they're having problems with Golston. Well, all three of these players, they are good, but they're not to the caliber that we're going to see in Washington.
Are we back on Zach Martin again?
In San Francisco? I'm just saying. I'm just saying what my concerns are.
That is real.
So, no, we're not going to debate that. But what I'm saying is, like, they can't. If you're getting beat by Bohanna, Hankins, and Golston, who we all say are good, but they're not to the level of Lawrence. They're not to the level of Payne. Yeah. They're not. And so these are guys you're going to be facing. And so what I want to see is what you see with Smith. Smith, he wins some, but he wins more. He loses some, he wins some. But he wins more than when he loses.
Yeah.
And when he wins, he really wins.
Yeah.
So, like, to give you an example, Mozzie Smith. I think we all can say Mozzie Smith is legit. This boy is legit. His strength, he's probably, if not the strongest, one of the strongest D linemen in our division. So that being said, when Smith is pushing him back, I like that. Because that tells me that he's going to do that against these big D tackles that he's going to go against. And so that's kind of what you want to see. I haven't seen none of these rookies handle Smith. I mean, none of them. None of them at all. And so if you can't handle Smith, who I'm saying, or Osa, who both of those guys are to the level of the D tackles that you're going to be seeing on Sundays, that's a problem.
Yeah.
To me.
See,
and
I
that's
can't,
like
Coach,
in clips.
I can't get out of my head what Aisha said. Like, what she said was so genius. Just low-key genius. She was like, boss, no offensive line is going to do good on this defensive line. And it's not even just the talent. It's just so many of them. It's like it's a tidal wave, you know?
Right.
It's like, I think it's gonna make them young bulls better, actually.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna tell you some bright spots. And I think everybody you've been bringing up to your show been saying that.
Yeah.
Bass. All the people you bring on your shows keep talking about Bass.
Yeah.
And boss, you even talked about Bass coming out of college.
Yeah.
That you thought he was gonna be a good guy. And then I know it was a highlight, but when I see Richardson stun Michael Parsons, I said, that caught my attention.
Right.
I mean, I know it was wrong play, but when I saw on Saturday Michael Parsons just doing dirt to whoever the tackle was in the blue and white game, and I see, I mean, it didn't matter who it was, you was not going to stop him. Right. And when I saw a Richardson on the left side stop, I was like, that gives me hope. Yeah. Because you were saying that you thought his biggest weakness was his strength, not his speed. And you can see when he was dropping, doing his steps, he was confident in his speed. He was confident in his athleticism. And you can tell that Parsons was trying to beat him with speed. He couldn't.
Right.
And that's okay. Okay, I like that. Now, of course, the next play, Parsons, did the outside and went back inside, but that's something he has to learn. But the fact that he was able to be quick enough to get back and stop him, I like that. And so, like you were saying, some of these young bulls on the O-line, I can't wait to see them this weekend. But like I said, what you don't want to see, and what you can tell sometimes from highlights, is especially in the O-line, D-line, if a guy just gets destroyed, but a guy that's not starting, and as a defensive player that's supposed to be in rotation, that should raise your eyebrows. Now, when you look at highlights of DBs and wide receivers, you just don't know. You have to, like you were saying, boss, you have to see the whole practice, because DB's gonna get burnt.
Yeah,
that's
part of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But one thing for sure, with Fehoko, I'm sorry, if every highlight, every highlight that I'm seeing, you're supposed to be fighting for the ball and you're not. I don't care if you catch other passes. You have to fight for the 50-50 ball. Why? Because everybody else who you playing against, Tolbert, I'm seeing fighting. Brooks, I'm seeing fighting. Even when they lose, I'm seeing them fighting for the ball.
Right.
And so I'm not sure if a hooker in his head. I mean, and you know what? Let's be honest. Everybody is human. If I'm seeing Tolbert and Brooks and what's our returner name? I forget his name. But anyway, when I say all these, when Turpin, yes. When I say all these three guys are balling, and then I'm dropping, he dropped a dime.
About that.
Yes,
but see,
I'm like,
but
dude,
you,
like,
hey, but coach, this the thing.
Yeah.
I don't even care. You know. No, hear me out. You crazy, coach? Don't laugh.
I know you don't.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. I want to see what he do Saturday. I will forgive him for all his practice drops if he showed me he a gamer. You got to show me you a gamer now, dog. You know what I mean? Cause see, this is one thing I could always lean on you with, your experience and your coaching. How many times have me and you played with practice superstars? And
yes.
In the game, they were.
It was really bad in college, you know.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And how many times have we seen
really
guys
practice heroes
who would go to sleep in practice, drop, but then in the game? So I want to see.
And then last thing, and I know you got more people calling.
Yeah.
But we gotta get a kicker. We you know, everybody was cheering that he went 9 for 9. But boss, if you can't make kicks under pressure, so you may tell me that when there was another kicker there, you was missing kicks. But now you're under pressure, boss. I don't know about you, but in the NFL, kicks are pressure kicks. Because Mahara, when he came and he had to compete against 3 kickers, he showed out.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see. So I understand he's a rookie and everything. You went 9 for 9 when you didn't have any competition.
Right.
And I'm supposed to trust that. Okay. Well, Cowboys.
See, this is what I think they doing, coach. And they trying to pretend like he's our guy. Cause I think with kickers, they trying to make sure his confidence is there. Like, we fired the other guy, you're our kicker. So what they doing is in my opinion, they getting ready to go out here in preseason and try to give him that feel like it's no pressure on you. It's just you.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But if he fail, he fired. You know what I mean? Because they like, bro, we took all the pressure off of you. We fired the guy you was competing with. We left this to be just you. You know? So it's like they trying to play a reverse mind game of confidence. I like it. But then if it don't work, you need to go get a vet.
And then I'm gonna leave you with this.
Yeah.
And this what bothers me. And you've been talking about this for like 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Where's our big back? Where's our big running back at? It's for guys. So people, if you know about the West Coast, every team that run the West Coast have a big back. Andy Reid has always had a big back. He has a big back now. Andy Reid, when he was with the Eagles, who you had? Deuce was killing it for the Eagles. With San Francisco, they had that big old wide receiver, that's their big back. Every West Coast team have a big back. You can go back to Green Bay. He always had a big back, and I just don't see that. Now, maybe it's Dallas, because I think he's like 215. But to run the system, if you really look in the West Coast, you always have a scat back, and you always have a guy that can pound it. Who's the guy that's going to pound it for us? And that's just the West Coast, period. If you just go look at the teams right now, they're in the West Coast, you're going to see all of them got power back, all of them got speed back. These are facts.
Yeah.
And we don't have, and I don't see a power back. And I understand people keep saying, why boss, why, law, why everybody saying get Zeke? Because this is why. It's hard to get a yard. It's hard to get a yard. I mean, listen, it's hard to get a yard. And I don't want the fans to find out how hard it is to get a yard. Because we've been spoiled since 2016 with Zeke. Yeah, and guys, I just don't want y'all to find out how hard. Oh, if you think I'm lying, look at 2015. 2015, we had a running back. He had over 1,000 yards. But if you look in between the numbers, when it was short yard, the reason why we didn't go to the playoffs in 2015, besides someone being hurt, is because of short yardage. We kept getting stuffed because we didn't have a power back. Why? Because we let Miller go, and we had to go and get Zeke. These are facts, guys. Yeah. It's hard to get a yard.
See, hold on. Let me say.
So that's why I know you be pounding the table.
Because I think. Don't listen to Coach. Don't listen to me. Listen to Schottenheimer. Like Schottenheimer said, like this past week, we have to be able to run the ball when the whole world know we running the ball. So a lot of people sleeping on that part.
They are.
And he named the situations. He was like a 4-minute offense. So for people that don't know what that is, that's where you basically got the lead and you go try to basically win with the clock. If you can get enough first downs with tough yards, you win the game.
3 yards and cloud dust.
Yeah, you win the game. So it's people like, we got backs, we good. It's like, go look at the type of backs that Schottenheimer kept at Seattle. It was not scat backs, y'all. It was a bunch of power backs. That's what Coach is talking about. Because, see, you can't avoid being in a 4-minute situation. You can't avoid 3rd and short, 2nd and short, 4th and short. And you can't avoid needing to go against a jumbo defense on the goal line. And even hold on real quick. And Cal Yeoman's, I was so glad somebody finally said, Cal Yeoman said this yesterday on the Final Word. He said, I don't know why people think it's just as easy as handing the ball off.
Right.
Did you hear him say that?
Yes, I did.
Like, bro, like it's disrespectful. Like that people think, anybody could get 12 touchdowns. Like, we just hand the ball to Malik. Do y'all remember they tried that in the Minnesota game with Pollard? They gave him the ball 3 times in a row in the end zone, and he was womp. Then they put Zeke in, and he scored.
Detroit game. Boss, Detroit game, when Zeke hurt his knee. They was trying to get that short yard. He couldn't get it. Zeke had to go in there with the hurt knee and get it. People forget about that.
I mean, listen.
I'm leaving with this.
And you know what? Let's even stop talking about Zeke, because this is the thing I get sick of. Every time we talk about Zeke, people think it's a love affair with Zeke. It ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn love affair with Zeke. We looking at the situation. Okay, so let's just take Zeke out. Okay, go look at Cook. Go look at somebody that has the stature, frame, and build for those situations. It's not about Zeke. It's about looking at the person. It's almost like having a basketball team and everybody's 6'9". It's like, where's your point guard? Like, you feel me? Like, they trees, but none of these guys they not gonna run the court. They don't have the build. So, like, people keep thinking we getting caught up on Zeke. It's not about Zeke. It's about looking at your personnel and saying, I don't really see where we have the person in the building for the 4-minute offense. Just keeping it real. Like,
That's right.
And I'm not believing because people hyping up practices. I need to see this Saturday. I need to see this. I need to see who's gonna be in that. Real talk.
Yeah. And check this out. With Green Bay, they multi-million-dollar back Jones thinking the ball in the 4-minute offense. It's always Dillon. Always Dillon. Oh, and then in the offseason, guys, this year, who was the running back that McCarthy wanted from Detroit? Williams. Before Detroit paid him, who was the big power back. McCarthy told you what he wanted.
Yeah,
but
I just
Cowboys
want to
fans forget about that because that's the running back that McCarthy wanted us to go after before Detroit up and paid him.
But I do anticipate something though. To be all the way honest, I've been thinking about this, Coach. I'm gonna ask you a real question. What was the best battle last year? In training camp and preseason games, what was the best battle?
Oh yeah, the running back.
Yep,
the running back.
So it was Malik and Rico.
Yep.
That was the best battle by far, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's gonna happen again this year.
It was.
So I think Rico and Malik good. I don't think Malik can block. Just keeping it real. Because everybody keeps saying, oh man, they should have played Malik in the San Fran game. It's like, bro, y'all got it backwards. If you killing more, you don't want Malik out there, bro. You don't.
Correct.
Because you want to throw if you killing more, right? So why would you have your worst blocking back out there? So people keep blaming Zeke like it was they should have just played Malik. He wasn't gonna run either one. He wasn't gonna run either one, bro. You know. So anyway, yeah, this is what I anticipate.
The one I have my own is Hunt.
I gotta see it, bro. I'm tired of hearing this shit. I need to see it. I'm sick of, you know what I mean? Hunt gone, bro. Hunt got signed.
Oh, boss, I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
Wow. Well.
He got signed.
But then, boss, I'm gonna have to pray that one of these boys can do it. Because in my corner pocket, I was like, it's on my mind, dog.
Yeah.
Because he has a nose for the end zone like Zeke.
Right.
For sure.
Right. Yeah, I would have been cool with Hunt. If we would have got Hunt, I would have been like, cool. There's the power back.
Yep.
Let's rock. You know what I mean? You know, people keep thinking, I'm just sick of that debate.
Well, boss, I know you got more people calling, man. It's always a pleasure, man. I appreciate you.
Man, I'm finna end this show, man. I ain't taking no more calls. I might take one more. But no, appreciate it, big dog. Always good talking to you, Coach.
All right, boss. Bye.
All right, that was Coach Q. All right, y'all, man. I don't see nobody calling in, but I didn't talk about Gallup. Okay. Oh, he not signed? I thought he got signed. Y'all sure? Because I swear I read an article where he's still a free agent. Okay. Well, there it is. So it's not even. Let me double check, man. Because I could have swore yesterday. Because I saw it yesterday. I might have read one of them old clickbait articles. You know how that go. Y'all forgive me if that's the case. Let me look it up. I keep saying everybody saying he not signed. Hold on real quick. Oh, he okay. Yeah, the first thing that came up is Kareem left Indianapolis without a deal. Okay, I might have just misread it. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all getting me tight. Okay, because I thought he signed with the Saints. I could have swore I saw that he signed with the Saints. I just probably misread it, y'all. But I did, see something about the Saints yesterday. All right, but thank y'all. Y'all keeping me tight. So, Coach, yeah. So, Hunt is still available, So, anyway, from what I'm seeing. So, anyway, we didn't talk. I want to talk about Gallup because I got him on the Koolaid thing as well. I'm going to save that, It's some things about Gallup I want to talk about. like Gallup. Let me go and just talk about it just a little bit. Also, this clip is from John Matteau. Man, I'm sensing something about Gallup, man. Like Gallup, I think is getting ready to turn up. I think Gallup is like, this one play right here told me a lot, bro. Because first of all, he going against Gilmore a lot. He makes a one-handed catch, gives up, and waves his finger at him. You know, man, I just have a good feeling about Gallup. Now, it's some stuff that he said, and some clips that I'm gonna show. That's very important that we gotta check out. Definitely gotta check out. But Gallup is somebody to me that's not getting talked about enough. That to me, he looks just from my eyes, I see his confidence look back to me. I want to see him in preseason too, though. I want to see him do this in preseason. I want to see him do this under the lights. But see, even on this play right there, man, he beat Diggs off the line to the point to where Diggs quit. So anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. It's your boy Boss Cowboy Sports, where y'all voice matter. I will be back tomorrow. The show that I will be doing is why the Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl or lose the Super Bowl, and I mean it. I'm gonna go through all the reasons that I really feel that this is our best year to win a Super Bowl, and I'm dead serious. This is our best year to win it, and I'm gonna talk about the obstacles that can make us lose it. But the list that's gonna make us win it is way bigger than the list that's gonna make us lose it. But y'all stay up. That's gonna be tomorrow. I'm excited to do that one because it's a lot, and I'm excited about it. I think y'all gonna be drunk on Koolaid after tomorrow, but y'all stay up. Yeah, stay up. Peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Look, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, green to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.